likes to generate as much money as he can for the homeless, for anybody that's been in the forces. So this fight is just another ticking stone for generating money for him.
Oh, mate, fair play to Paul Calvert. That's admirable. Paul Calvert boxing out of Preston. This bout is sponsored by Jotox Aesthetics. It is in 16-ounce gloves and it takes place over 3 2-minute rounds. We now have Dave Blything boxing out of WCU. Love that bit of background there on Paul Calvert now. That's class, that. I like a bit of a backstory, mate. I like it when a man's fighting for a purpose.
One thing I will say about Paul, after the few interactions I've had with him, he really wants to help people. Even this fight, even though it's a fight to him, it's the meaning behind it, why he's here. He wants to generate what he can and make awareness for people who are suffering. He likes to suffer to help others.
Oh, what a guy, mate, what a guy. Few and far between nowadays, those blokes, mate. Few and far between, if you ask me. And here we go. Bout number 3 is about to get underway. The pre-fight instructions from the referee. The lights are on. And we're ready to go.
Nice sign of respect, touch of gloves.
Always good to see that. Right, this is probably one of the slower starts I've seen to a bout, but I like this. Take a look, computes it. Oh, I tell you what,
as you were saying it,
lovely little right hand there from Blything. That was nice.
Seems very composed. I've seen Paul fight once before, and he wasn't as methodical as this.
Face of determination, mate. Focus, eyes like a cat.
Both chins are going in the air though when they're firing.
That one was a few whiskers away, that one as well, mate. Oh, the feeling out process is over, it seems now.
You said it started slow and they heard you.
They must have, mate, they must have overheard.
Beautiful jab there
nice
by Dave.
Jab, yeah.
Seems to be relaxing into his rhythm now. Just out of range from Paul's jabs.
Tell you what, is Dave a raw novice? Dave's got a little bit of something about him, hasn't he, Dave?
You can tell by the stance, can't you?
You know the little Errol Bomber Graham leaning back, getting behind the shoulder, putting the weight on the back leg, just creeping out of range.
I think Paul started to realise then he's got to turn this into a bit more of a scrappy fight to be a bit successful.
100 naff, I was literally just thinking that then. I touched on it a few times last night with some of the fights. Don't box the boxer. Don't stay at long to medium range with a guy that's taller than you with longer limbs. Get on the inside, sit on his chest and go to work. Make it scrappy if you have to.
Might not always be beautiful, but if it works, it works.
Exactly, mate. Effective aggression. And if it's being effective and you're scoring and they're not hitting you, then you're winning the bout.
I'd like to see them both bring the chins down, though, when they're leaning back.
Definitely, mate. It is dangerous. You'll take the full impact of a shot, and round number 1 is concluded. Respect to both men.
I'm going to ask you who you believe won that round.
I'd have to say, my mate, it's definitely Blything for me, pal.
Yeah.
100%. He was creeping out of range all the time, coming with little sharp counters. Every time that Calvert threw, he was always just out of range. Bar one right cross, I seen land clean. I don't think he landed a significant strike besides that. I might be mistaken, but yeah, I'm giving that one to Blything, pal. How did you see it, Nath?
I'm going to fully agree with you on that one, and I'd like to see Paul just a little bit more aggressive this round. Hopefully his corner team will see what we just saw and just tell him to push forward a little bit more. You can't, as we said before, you can't box with a boxer, and Dave's got a little bit about him.
Yeah, he has, mate, 100%, and I'd love to be in the corner, be a fly in the corner and hear the instructions there from the corner and see, listen to what they're saying to the fighters.
Paul didn't come out too strong though, he didn't take the centre.
He looked like he started as he finished the last round here, and I think it's the wrong ploy, the wrong tactic.
Just needs to stick his chin down. But he must have had some power there though, because he rocked it a little bit. Ooh. This round's not starting slow.
This is a brilliant start to this round. A bit sloppy, mate, but entertaining.
Yep. He's got a nice jab to the body there, Paul. Just needs to just double it up, come up top, backhand over it.
See, sometimes his back foot, if you just brought it in a couple of inches, see, if you leave your back foot trailing, that dictates how far your backhand will travel. And if you notice, Calvert will fall short with that backhand quite often by an inch or two. That's because of that back leg. See how he shuffled it back there?
Yeah.
And sometimes he's swinging wild now. I think there's a bit of desperation crept into Paul Calvert's work.
I think he's realised he's been outboxed a little bit, so he's trying to just drag it into a dogfight. Dave's doing a really well centre control and he's just nice footwork, just pushing him away.
He's just letting Paul use all the energy. He's been way more efficient, way more patient. Look how he just leans out. This is where a double, triple jab backhand comes into play. You see where he's leaning back there? He's got to come back into something unless he dips to his right-hand side. So I double and triple the jab up there and then throw the backhand, and I think you'd find he'd have some success. But if he's not doing it in the gym repetitively, he's not going to pull it off on the night in the contest. And like I said, these are raw novices after all, aren't they, mate?
Yes. But myself, though, I like to throw a left hook just to get him to lean out the way, but it shifts my weight enough to send a big backhand down the centre, and then hopefully it would land.
Weight distribution, body mechanics, mate.
I've got enough of it.
Massive on that in the gym, mate. Massive on that. Same with the Cuban footwork drills, mate. Love the Cubans, love their style. Brilliant, brilliant contest. Brilliant second round.
Bit of a slower pace, but I think they both realised that if they tone it down a bit, they've got another round. Dave controlling it nicely, though.
And I think everyone so far who's won the first round has gone on to win the second and then the third or the fight. So a little bit of a trend going on here. We'll see if Calvert can turn this one around. Something tells me, mate, that it's going to go the same way.
I think the fight might be over.
Oh,
I think Paul's nose has gone.
Right, Nath, I think you spotted something there before I did, mate. And you see now, this is what I'm saying I love about, you know, some people would say, oh, why has it been stopped there? Fighter's safety, paramount. Has his nose gone there? No.
I seen something to do with his face. It looked like the nose. However, I could be wrong, but it just looked like there's something was off.
I think he's explaining now to somebody at ringside. Either way, if he wasn't feeling 100%, but something was hindering him, it was best to pull him out, fight another day.
I think it might be his eye socket.
I thought he was pointing to his eye there when he was at ringside. And if your vision's hindered, it's a no-go. This is a dangerous sport, and when you've only got one eye to see out of, it maximises the risk of getting hurt. But great contest while it lasted now.
It was beautiful. Dave, not in an offensive way for his age, I thought he had good ability.
Mate, you know what, mate? Spot on. That's what I was thinking. For an old school geezer, I don't know how old the guy is. I'm not presuming there, but for an old school geezer, he did really well, and he had a little bit of nous about him, mate. I was quite impressed with him.